Both of you grew up in the Rogue Valley.
Yes.
Okay, so families, when did your families move here? Because I feel like the two of you combined could probably write Southern Oregon a history book. Do you know when your families moved here?
The Naumes side of the family moved here in the early 30s.
Well, my mother's family moved here from Canada quite early, and they actually lived in Talent and had a little peach orchard.
The landscape then looked a lot different.
Oh, I think at one time, was there like 12,000 acres of pears here?
Right. So we're down to, I think, in the valley about 3,000 or 4,000 acres of pears.
Let's go back a little bit to working in these orchards, especially as young, teenagers, lighting smudge pots. I know even just people who just move here, they're like, what the heck is a smudge pot?
Mm-hmm.
Do those still even exist,
Mm-hmm.
really?
We still use them on cold nights for extra heat. We try not to use them, but sometimes we have to. We're talking when we grew up, there were cold springs here, really cold. And I think one time we were up 40 straight nights.
I used to get a kick out of the kids would come to school and they looked like little raccoons. They just couldn't get all the smudge off of them.
Your two families were actually a little bit in competition.
We were direct competitors.
Direct competitors.
A little bit of competition, yeah.
Friendly at all, or?
Well, sometimes. I mean, Mike one time took some of my fruit off a truck to get his on, and that's been a problem for many years now.
Mike?
Yeah.
I know.
When did the decision come, hey, let's try our hand at vineyards?
2013 is when we planted our first vineyards.
And that's kind of a funny story because we removed some pear orchard about 6 acres right below our house. Laura said, yeah, I'd really like to plant some grapes on that. And I said, that's fine. And before I knew it, we had 80 acres of wine grapes. So.
When I first met the Naumes family, the idea was that they had planted grapes that were totaling about 80 acres online, just about by the time we were starting Naumes Crush in 2015.
We were always just going to sell grapes. That's all we were going to do.
And do custom crush.
He talked us into making the wine under the premise that if we could show the wine that our grapes made, that would be much more easier to sell our grapes.
Which was the first year their Pinot Noir was coming online, that we pick some of their blocks and make it just for the family to get familiar with these wines and these blocks.
Mm-hmm. So many cases later.
I can't call it a problem, but the problem was the grapes and the wines were extraordinarily good. We were very, very pleased and blown away by how good the quality was. At that point, we decided we had to start a label, put this wine in a bottle, and that was basically the genesis of Naumes Family Vineyards.
Oh no, the wine's too good.
It was a good problem to have, yeah.
What's on tap for next year?
So we're going to back it up with our 2019 GSM blend, which has yet to be blended. We'll be doing that pretty soon.
What's special about this wine?
Well, 2019 was a great year. 2018 was a good vintage as well, but I'm even more excited about 2019. It's just getting incrementally a little bit better each year, and I think 2019 will be exceptional.
And that's what makes the barrel auction so fun, is that as you're walking around tasting these wines, you're looking for that wine that really sticks out to you, so you can go bid on it. Mike, did you ever think growing up in the pear orchards that you would be making wine someday?
Absolutely not. I poo-pooed wine grapes forever, and it was only when Laura wanted to do it, was kind of her passion, that we made the decision to go for it.
Oregon Wine Experience, it's a great event, it's super fun, but the cause is just so heartwarming. And it's the reason why so many people come out and come together.
What Sante's been able to raise through that event is just amazing, and how that's going to help so many children is really great.
I think it's just been a perfect fit, absolutely, and it's accomplished a lot of good on a number of fronts.
Well, and the foundation has done such a great job in elevating it. It was always a fun event, but with their kind of like leadership and expertise and fundraising and, through the foundation, they've really taken that event to a whole nother level.